Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a haul. However, I feel like this haul is going to look a lot different than the hauls that you're used to seeing from me in the past. I know that I've mentioned recently that I feel like I'm going through a lot of changes right now, like really big changes. And I feel like there's just this really strong shift inside of me, like mind, body, and spirit. And I think that whenever that happens, it kind of translates or shows itself in several different ways. And for me, one of those ways is my style. I think that right now in this stage in my life and in this new shift, I'm kind of leaning a little bit more towards a sophisticated, elevated, kind of classier look. It's still gonna be feminine, it's still gonna be me. It's just gonna have a little bit more of a grown-up, kind of classier twist to it. And I also kind of wanted to show you that you do not have to break the bank in order to look very put together and, dare I say, expensive. Everything that I'm going to be showing you, all the pieces that I purchased are either from Amazon, Walmart, or Ross. So I just kind of wanted to show you that you can still be frugal but also look expensive at the same time. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump in and let me show you some of the outfits that I put together. Okay, so this right here is the first outfit that I put together, and I feel like it has a very kind of Ralph Lauren look to it. And I wanted to say that whenever you're trying to elevate your look, one of the things that I've noticed is that a lot of women use a lot of different shades of the same color. So here I have chocolate brown, I have a nude, I have a caramel brown, and then there are some different color browns in this blazer. And I feel like that just gives a little bit more of an elevated look. So let's start with this top underneath. This is just from Ross. Y'all, don't sleep on Ross. You can find so many basics at Ross. This feels like cashmere. It literally does. And I love how long the sleeves are, and it's just perfect for layering, and it was $7.99. So then I have this beautiful blazer. Y'all, this is high quality. Like, it feels expensive. It feels thick. It does not have a closure, which I don't mind. I almost never close my blazers anyway. I do love the silhouette. It kind of dips in at your waist and then A-lines out. The pockets are functioning. They are sewn shut, like they're a little bit open. So you just have to open those up. Now I love the color of the inside. So it's this beautiful chocolate brown. When you roll up the sleeves, this is what it looks like. Let me show you what it looks like when the sleeves are rolled down. It looks like that. It still looks nice, but I like the chocolate brown showing. Now I decided to go with like the 2 match rule. So right now I went ahead and matched my belt with the cuffs, and then I have my handbag matched to my boots. Now this little belt right here, it's actually reversible. So you just take this part off and then flip it, and it's black on one side and brown on the other. So it's almost like a 2-for-1. This handbag, I have shown it to you in a previous haul. It's very designer inspired. It's a, luxury look for less. And it looks like the Gucci Jackie. And I just think it's so beautiful. I'm loving this color. I also bought these knee-high boots. Now I showed you some ankle boots that are same exact brand, same exact color, kitten heel, everything. They are so comfortable, y'all. It feels like I'm walking in flats. Like, it does not feel like I have a heel on at all. And I need something like that because I'm all about comfort. But you still get that elevated look because there is a little bit of a kitten heel there. And I just think they're beautiful. And I do love the toe area. I'll put a picture of them here. They're not so pointy, but they're not like rounded either. They're almost like, I don't know. I'll just put a picture. And then I have these jeans. Now, I do want to say these are Amazon essentials, and they have such mixed reviews. I was so shocked. A lot of people are saying that they run small, and I feel like it depends on what size you typically wear, whether it's gonna fit you or not, I guess. So I would look for somebody that's your size in the reviews and see what they say about it. I actually purchased the zeros, and they're a little bit too big for me, so I had to add, let me show you. I went ahead and just added a button like that. I showed you guys before that I just bought those buttons on Amazon, and you could just add a button if your pants are just a little bit too big, and so that is what I've done. But I actually feel like these jeans are very cute. Now they do have a very jean feel to them. Like there's not a ton of stretch. There is some stretch for sure, but they're the type of fabric that once it gives, it just kind of stays that way. Like, it doesn't bounce back like a stretch jean would. And so this is what they look like from behind. They are pretty high-waisted. They are a straight leg. They come just right past my ankle, and I'm 5'3.5", so if that tells you anything. I wanted to show you also that you can switch out the boots. I put on some chocolate colored boots, and I have these in like every color. They are a little bit higher. They do have a chunky heel. They're definitely higher. They're gonna be a little bit more difficult to walk in than something with a little baby kitten heel, but they're pretty comfortable. They're just not as comfortable as obviously a kitten heel, but they're not like a stiletto. But I prefer shorter heels. Anyway, so this is what it looks like. Now I've got like 3 matching colors and one that's just kind of out there, but I feel like this still looks really good. I can't even tell if this looks better or the other boots look better. I don't know. They both look really, really good, but these are really nice and I feel like they definitely look expensive. So you guys tell me what you think. I feel like I like this more elevated version of myself. You know, I'm not showing everything off, but I feel like it's still a little bit sexy and it's definitely feminine. It's just more sophisticated and I really like that. Especially, like I said, at this stage of my life, I feel like this is the look that I'm wanting to go with more. Okay, so this is definitely different than what you've seen from me. Usually I'm fitted all the way from head to toe, and I am not anymore. Y'all, when I say that I am changing, I know like in a few videos back, I said that all I want to listen to now is just either country music or gospel worship music. Now, like in the last 2 weeks, the only thing that I will listen to is worship music. Like, I don't know what it is. Everything else sounds like garbage to me. And I'm telling you, I'm like so changing. When I am doing my chores in my house, when I'm in the shower, when I'm in my car, all I listen to is worship music. It just feeds my soul and I love it. So anyway, I am definitely changing. And so one thing that's very different about me, I have never, ever, ever liked dark wash jeans. I just don't feel like they fit with me. I feel like dark wash is definitely elevated, it's definitely classier, more sophisticated, but I've never felt like that went along with my style. And I know that sounds weird, like I've never considered myself to be classy, so much so that when somebody says, oh, you look so classy, I'm like, what? That's a weird way to describe me. I know that sounds so weird, but anyway, all of these colors together are very classy. Dark wash jeans, cream, and then this caramel. So this sweater is from Walmart. I showed you a chocolate colored one in a recent video. My daughter came to town and she stole it. Just kidding. I did. I let her have it because it looked so pretty on her. She looked so pretty in brown. And I went to go pick myself up another one. And then I saw the cream one and I was like, I'm getting it. This is like in the lounge wear section. And I just love it. I feel like it's perfect to wear with some skinny jeans. And these are skinny jeans. They're not that skinny though. They're from Walmart. They're the No Boundaries. But look at that. Look how much fabric they kind of bunch up and stuff. They're not skin tight. However, you have to try them on. Like, as much as I would love for you to use my links, I would rather you trust my judgment about stuff. You have to try them on. I thought that I could just try a pair on and be like, oh, they look perfect. Let me go grab several in the same size, and that's not the case. Some of them are skin tight, like your typical skinny jeans, and then others are like this, and I love this, especially for wearing with boots, because you don't want to be tucking in a ton of fabric to your boots, right? But you definitely want a skinny look when you're wearing big sweaters like that. So anyway, I just love them, and they're so inexpensive. This is what they look like. They're very high-waisted. I feel like they're super, super flattering. They come up past my belly button, so they're very high-waisted. And then I just kept on the same boots and the same handbag because I felt like these colors just go really, really well together, especially for that sophisticated look. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that you could also wear it just like this. So I do have these boot cut jeans on. Again, these are from Walmart. I showed them to you in a recent video. You do have to try them on also. I thought I could just purchase the same size in several colors, and I actually bought 2 of this color. And then the other pair I couldn't even get up past my hips. So you do have to try them on. I don't want you cursing me if you order them online. Now, these little booties, I've shown them to you a million times. I've probably showed them to you for the last 3 or 4 years. I love them. They are sand colored suede booty, and they're just one of my favorites. God, did you see how white my leg was? Oh my gosh. And then y'all, this handbag right here, look how gorgeous that is. I liked it so much. I bought it in 2 different colors, and this one's like a chocolate. This is just kind of a caramel color, and I love how big it is. And apparently Suede is really, really trending right now. And so are the kind of hobo style or boho or hobo style bags. They're really trending right now. And I feel like this is so cute. Now I did want to say, anytime, I want to say that this bag, these two bags were like $25 or something like that off Amazon. Now, even though they look so beautiful and they are so soft, like a beautiful suede, when you look close, you can see that, you know, you got a little string hanging off there. And when that happens, I just go around and snip them off, because I can promise you, nobody is paying that close of attention to your handbag. To where, I mean, when's the last time that you ever paid that close of attention to somebody's handbag? Unless they're like your best friend and you're like, oh, let me check out your new handbag. But you're never scoping out somebody's handbag so much that you're gonna be like, oh my God, there's a string there. You know what I mean? Just snip it. Anyway, I always look at the big picture. I always look at the whole look and go, okay, that's cute, you know? But I love this size of bag. And obviously the sizes are getting bigger and bigger. And I've noticed that whenever that happens, I just start carrying more and more junk in my purse. Like, it doesn't even matter. I'll carry like a big handheld mirror, a giant brush, you know, foundations. But anyway, I think that that is a really cute look. And oh, did I show you the jeans? I showed the jeans to you in a previous video, but this is what they look like. They're just very high-waisted. They are a little tighter, but they're perfect for wearing with big sweaters like that, right? Okay, I'm definitely getting my money's worth when it comes to this bag and these boots. I feel like they are bringing every outfit together. I think it just makes it look so cute. And the colors are very rich. So right now I've got on navy, and then of course the caramels. Though that color combination also is very sophisticated. Anytime you wear peplum, a peplum style top, it's gonna look a little bit more sophisticated. One thing that I really love about this sweater is the silhouette that it gives. I feel like if you have an athletic build or a rectangle shape, you're gonna love something like this, because it kind of comes in at the waist and then gives you, you know, some hips. And I just feel like it's very feminine, very feminine. And it's actually a little bit sexy, but in a classy way, right? And then this, like I said, this color combination, navies and caramels, and then a mid-wash to a dark wash jean, that's always gonna look more sophisticated. So this is what the sweater looks like. Look how beautiful that is. This color is so gorgeous. Look at the buttons. They're really nice. I love how it comes down in a V. It's got a little slight ribbed look. It's not skin tight. Obviously, I love the way that it lays on the body. So if I were gonna suggest you purchase anything from this video, I would say the boots and the bag. One thing that I have the hardest time with is the shoes that I'm gonna wear with things. I don't know, like I see everybody wearing these ballet slippers, and I did buy a pair, and I feel like they look so silly on me. I wore those in the 90s. Like whenever I was still in high school, I have pictures of me with those little Mary Jane ballets. Those were my favorite. I wore them out in high school, and I love that look. I feel like I need to find the perfect jeans to go with those shoes. Anyway, this is just another cute little elevated, kind of sophisticated outfit, and I think it comes down to the color combinations. Okay, y'all, unfortunately, this is gonna have to be the last look of the day. I have several more looks, but I'm out of time. Like, I've gotta clean up my big mess that I've made, and then I have to wrap presents, make a cake, go pick up my son, and I'm just running out of time. So I will have another haul coming up, and it's all gonna be kind of this style, you know, just more of an elevated look. So the jeans are from Amazon. They are Amazon Essentials. These are a mid-rise boot cut. And I got the 0 long, and I did add another button so that they fit better in the waist. Again, they had mixed reviews, but I love them. They are a thicker jean material, so if you like that, then you're gonna like them. But if you don't, if you prefer like the thinner stretch, then you might not like them as much. So anyway, now this little cardigan, y'all, it feels exactly like cashmere. I mean, it feels exactly like cashmere. It actually looks like cashmere. And oh my God, I think that it is so sophisticated looking. I like that it's cropped. I like that you can make this, you know, bigger or skinnier, this section right here. Now, I have shown you these turtlenecks. I showed it to you in my last video. I like that it's got like this slouchy neck, but it's not so slouchy that it looks sloppy. You know, now the only thing that I'm not crazy about is the lengths of the sleeves. They do come right past my wrist. However, I have old Crypt Keeper hands, like literally they are so old looking. And so I like when my shirts, like I think that would look so cute for it to come down. And then I would probably even roll up this sleeve. I just love that look, but they're not long enough. And so of course I'm just gonna leave it down like that. So the belt, oh, these are so cute. You get two. It looks like a, I don't know, like a square looking C or something, but you get a black one and then like a sand colored one or a khaki one. And anytime you wear a monochromatic look under anything, you're automatically gonna look a little bit more sophisticated. Now, these shoes are from Ross and I've had them for a couple of years now. They're just a little ankle booty and I just love them. They're pointy and they've got a little stiletto heel, but they're short. Like they're not a kitten, but they're not like 3 inches either. I think they're probably maybe 2.5. Now this teeny tiny little handbag I did get from Amazon several years ago. I don't know if it's still available, but it's got that quilted look to it. This strap is actually a long strap, but I have it folded over and tucked under so that it looks shorter because I prefer my little handbags to go like right under my arm like that. But I felt like this just went really good with the blacks and the golds. So this is how long it is naturally. And I guess that still looks cute, but I feel like it's just a little bit too long. I think it's supposed to be crossbody also. Okay, so unfortunately I am gonna have to stop here because I have so much to do in the next like hour and a half. I've got to clean up this whole mess. I have to make a cake, I have to wrap some presents, I've got to go pick up my son, and then my parents are coming over tonight along with my aunt. We're just gonna have like a little family celebration for my son. He's turning 17. We're gonna play cards. We're going to get canes. It's my son's favorite food. Like he would rather get canes than any like restaurant that we go to. And so we're gonna get canes. We're gonna play cards. My son's gonna play guitar for us a little bit. He's actually taking a guitar class at school and he's doing really well. And so he's gonna play, he just plays like little simple songs. And there's also Christmas songs that he can play also. And I'm just so proud of him because most of you know my son has autism and I just love that he's just picking it up and he loves it and he's pretty good. I was so shocked. He played for us last weekend and I always hear him practicing around the house. Anyway, I just love it and I'm so proud of him. So anyway, that's what we are going to do tonight. I hope that you are having a fantastic weekend. I hope that you will join me back here next weekend for the second part of this haul. And yeah, I'll see you then.